So if you still struggle with dot and cross diagram, let's go step by step on how to get there. First thing, I will write the first step. So the first step, I want you to fully understand what it means by outer shell electrons and how to draw them out. So let's take two elements. Let's take oxygen and water and hydrogen. So outer shells of these elements. Oxygen, well, we need to look at the periodic table. We know that oxygen is in group 6. So it means that it has 6 electrons in the outer shell. So we need to draw them out. Remember that we need to draw them in always the form of dot and crosses to distinguish between different elements. So oxygen, it would have 6 electrons. I will put it as dots. And we fill these up like this, one on each side. And then we pair them up. So total of 6. And let's leave it there. The next element is hydrogen. And hydrogen has just 1 electron in the outer shell, which means that I will write it as a little x. So this is the first step. Let's look in the second one. So the second step would be to join the electrons that are not paired. And by that I mean the electrons of different weight of different elements. Okay? Join the electrons that are not paired of different elements. Okay? So let's look at that. We have hydrogen and oxygen. By pairing it, like this, joining them, we just made a bond. That is a bond. Okay? But then there will be a third step.
Yeah.
How many of each element do you need? Well, and that you need to analyze a little bit the elements. As we see, all of the electrons have to be paired, but we just have 1 hydrogen that can make oxygen happy. So you know what? We are just going to need another hydrogen with the cross to do that. So this tells us that you will need 2 hydrogen for 1 oxygen. And then finally, you can put it all together in the dot and cross diagram because you've analyzed that for each oxygen, you need 2 hydrogens. And then how are those electrons arranged? Just like you drew before. 2 pairs for oxygen that are not bonded, 1 dot and cross in between those 2 orbitals, because remember that the electrons are shared. This is the step. And now it's your turn. Okay, try carbon and oxygen. Remember the steps. First, the outer shell electrons, then joining them together, and then putting all of these two together when you have clear how many electrons they're sharing. Go ahead.